So I saw a video from Titans reporter Paul Kaharski on TikTok, and in this video, it was a clip from one of his live shows that he done, and he was talking about Titans receiver Elic Ayomanor. I believe the comment on the screen was saying that Elic is the number one because Calvin Ridley isn't doing much of anything right now. And Paul goes on to talk about this and basically says that, Titans fans, you can be excited, but that a lot of Titans fans are buying into this false reality that the Titans are trying to feed us, that Elic is what a number one receiver is supposed to look like. Now, he's not saying that Elic is a bad wide receiver. He thinks that Elic can be a good wide receiver in the league, just not a wide receiver number one, a guy who you would take in the first couple of rounds of fantasy football. He said those are your wide receiver ones in the league, but that Elic could be a wide receiver too. And again, he's not trying to take anything away from Elic, but he also says that he doesn't think Elic is going to be one of these dynamic, game-breaking wide receivers that defenses have to game plan for, not like an A.J. Brown. And that's where Paul loses me in his assessment, because we're talking about a 3-game sample size from Elic Ayomanor. And by comparing him to A.J. Brown, you're doing an apple and oranges comparison at this point, because you're comparing Elic now to what A.J. is now. If you want to do a fair comparison and put it into actual perspective, base it off of both guys' first 3 games. So that's what I'm going to do, give some perspective. This is not me saying that Elic is A.J. Brown or will be A.J. Brown. Just put in perspective. A.J. Brown, through his first 3 games, his rookie year, 7 catches on 14 targets, 129 yards, 0 touchdowns. Elic Ayomanor through 3 games, 10 catches on 18 targets, 107 yards, 2 touchdowns. Now, just to throw this out there, because he mentioned that the guys you take in the first 2 rounds of fantasy football, those are your number one guys, your game-breaking guys. Another guy who was drafted in the 4th round, like Elic Ayomanor, Ayomanor St. Brown. Let's look at his first 3 games. 6 catches on 10 targets, 43 yards, 0 touchdowns. Now, if you just took those first 3 games, back when A.J. Brown was a rookie, when Ayomanor St. Brown was a rookie, at those times, would you have said that those guys would eventually end up being these game-breaking wide receivers that defenses have to game plan for? Probably not. And this is why the perspective is important, because through 3 games, to me, it is asinine to say that Elic can't turn into one of those guys, into a wide receiver one. Just like at this point, it is asinine to say that he will be a top guy. We're going to have to wait and see. I have high hopes for Elic Ayomanor from the potential that he is showing us. I think if he hits his ceiling, yes, he could be a wide receiver number 1 in the league. I'm not saying he will be a top 10 guy, but he can be a wide receiver 1. For this team, for other teams if he went to them, like he could have, I think that is his ceiling if he develops right. But at this point, it's too early to say either way, because we are talking about a 3-game sample size. Like, that is the perspective that you have to throw onto this. So, again, if you compare him to what AJ is now, then yes, it seems silly to say that. But, again, you're going off a 3-game sample size. So, that's why Paul Kaharski lost me with the point that he was trying to make there. Because it's too early to tell. We got to give it time, see what he can turn into. Because in reality, we don't know. Let me know y'all's thoughts in the comments. Tighten up.